Bless, I know what you mean. Okay, okay. So, listen, guys, vectors can be broadly categorized into four groups. First is the simple vector arithmetics, which is there in higher paper and for foundation paper. Super simple stuff. And then you have slightly harder one, which is to find the value of k, which is a missing variable, a missing constant, sorry. And it will involve ratios. And the third one is to prove if it's a straight line or if it's something like a parallel line. Now, these two are kind of at the same level. They could be 4 mark questions or 5 mark questions. Usually 4 mark question there. And then we have the hardest one, proof questions. Okay, we're going to spend this lesson and next lesson on vectors. And I would like you guys to do practices on vectors. Vector is a sure to come topic, and it's a 5 mark sure to come topic. Now, we will do as much as we can. Now, the idea in a 5 mark question at year 11, even if you are not completing the question, are you listening to me, guys? Even if you guys are not completing the question, you want to grab as many marks as you want. So, which means, let's say you attempt a question which is 5 mark. Let's say you got stuck at 3 marks, 3 marks is with you in exam, in real exam timing. Make sense? So you want to, our aim shouldn't be to, of course, we need to grab 5 marks if possible, but in exam condition, do not sit 20 minutes on one question like the vector. It's not worth it. Did that make sense, everyone? So you need to be going through different questions and making sure you grab all the marks from the topics that you're really sure about and then come back to it. We will be doing some exam techniques. I'll take you through some questions and I'll show you how I will be doing it. I look at a question, I feel like, oh, this is going to be a little bit harder. I skip it. And then I go to the next one, which I know how to do it. And right at the end, I'll come back to all of it. So I'll show you how that is done. Everyone have their own different style. You still have 4 months ahead of you to try and test it. So, vector arithmetics. So firstly, before I teach you guys about vectors, vector is super simple. I'm going to go through some simple questions here. So let's say here we have, um, this is the city of London. All right. We have London, and somewhere over there, we have a city called Chelmsford in Essex. And right there is Cambridge. Okay. Now, there is no direct train from Chelmsford to Cambridge. It's not there. But it is there from Chelmsford to London and then London to Cambridge. So one of my friend who lived in Chelmsford had to go to uni in Cambridge. They had to travel all the way to London and then to Cambridge, right? So you see the journey starting from Chelmsford to Cambridge in a vector format could be, if this was C, this was A and B, we could write C is equal to, let me put it in different order. Watch this. Let's say this is A, B, and C. Is it okay to write A to C in that direction? Do you see an arrow mark right at the top? It is showing you where you're starting and where you're going. So A to C, all right? That's this arrow mark showing you. A to C equals A to B plus B to C. Would you all agree with that? Hello, Srihari. Did you guys understand this? So you're going around. So the arrow on the top shows the direction. Now, if you were going the other direction, we could say C to A. You're going from C to A. We will not write it the other way around. Afak, you would only write the letters will switch, not the arrow. Okay. So C to A would be, what would it be? C to B. Okay. We could possibly write minus CB. or minus BC. It's the same thing. You see that minus BC, when I put a negative sign, it has already switched. I'll take you through that. But for now, just for now, do you understand this concept? Yeah? Okay, great stuff. So this is the idea here in vectors. Now, we also have vector. What does vectors have, guys? Vector has two quantities, magnitude and it's the same concept in physics, magnitude and direction. So if I say this is a vector A, okay, 2A must be double the length. Would you all agree with that? 2A should be double the length. At the same time, it must also have the same, it must be parallel, which means it has the direction, it has the same direction. So remember when I say two vectors are parallel, they will have to have that letter to be the same. If I said to you, this is 2B, 2B is a different vector to 2A. They're not parallel. Okay? Did that make sense, everyone? So Afak is asking, does that mean 2A is a multiple of A? Yes, it is. All right. 2A is a multiple of A. My point is, it is a multiple at the same time. It is parallel vectors as well. They're not the same length, Rishi. Okay, it could be 2B could be the same length. It really don't know about it. Okay, so different vectors can be completely different to each other. So when you look at vectors, we're looking at simple arithmetic in 2 minutes because that is pretty simple. Now, this is one of the question where simple arithmetic mean. What does arithmetic mean? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All right. And when you have vectors, it is usually represented. This is what we call as column vector, X and Y, X coordinate and Y coordinate. All right. Let's just say if you see this was 5 and this was 3, how would you write this as column vector? This can come up in a graph format as well. You would put the vector A as 3, 5. Is that okay, everyone? Would you all agree with that? Just say yes if you are. Okay, you see, just like the gradient. Yeah, but not always like the gradient, guys. You see here in this question, we have A equals -4 and -1. So -4 means this way. That is -4. Going to the left, going to the right is positive, and -1 is going down like this, which is -1. So the vector is this one. That's A. Got it? Adrian, did you get this one? The green one is your vector A right there. Okay. Oh, Adrian, thank you very much. Sorry, the X value, it's a 5 at the top. Thanks for letting me know. It's a 5 at the top and 3 at the bottom. Yes. Okay. So again, you see the top value is always X. And you would also form the sign convention. There is a sign convention for it, which is the same as your number line, positive, positive, negative, negative. So if you have a negative value written, -4, which is the X coordinate, you go left. -1, which is the Y, distance in Y, so you go down. And then you join those two, that is your vector A. Cool. Matthew, did you get it? So that is it with column vector. Nothing further to it. All of this is there in the masterclass if you would like to learn a little bit more about it. Again, these are 1 mark, 2 mark questions. So circle the vector 2ab. This means 2 times -4 -1 plus b is 3 -1. This is how you would write it. 2ab. You see a is given there and b is also given to us. So now all you need to do is expand this bracket. It's kind of like expanding the bracket. The 2 will multiply in like this. So that'll be -8 and -2 plus 3 -1. And you're adding top to top and bottom to bottom. So that would be -5 and -3. 3, very good. -5 and -3. So that would be that one there. Is everyone clear on this? Just adding, just when you multiply, you'd multiply both numbers. Remember that this number will multiply with the both top and bottom. This is the easiest vector stuff you can go about. Okay? You guys get it? We're not going to spend too much time on this. All right, so there are questions based on this. You can go through it. This is some kind of EN9 concept. Right, and there we are. There we are. We're coming to vectors and ratios. We have vectors and ratios coming through, and then we will find the value of k. So let's go through this question. In triangle OPQ, OP is 6a, OQ is 6b, X is the midpoint. You know what? When I see the midpoint, guys, I have a habit of writing MP right next to it because I always look at the figure. I might not read the question again. So I like to write MP just to make me remind me later that it's the midpoint. Okay, MP. Find in terms of A and B OX. So we're going from O to X. You see this green line? That's what we're working out. So I'm finding a pathway to get there. OX must be, how can I go to O to X? You guys tell me, how can I go O to X? There are two paths. I'm gonna go, how about I go O to P or O to Q? Oh, let's go O to P. Would you go O to P or O to Q? Like, would you go either way? It doesn't really matter. For now, I'll go O to Q. Okay, O to Q plus Q to X. Is that okay, everyone? Did you understand my pathway? Yeah. O to X is O to Q, Q to X. Now there's a problem. I know what is O to Q, which is 6b. No problem. I have it. I'm happy there. But I don't know Q to X. But I know Q to X because it's a midpoint. It is half of what? So here, Q to X is half of what? QP. Very good. You don't want to write PQ because we are in this direction. You see that? You have to go in the same direction. You want to find the major vector in that same direction. Tell me yes if you did understand it. A lot of students, they go the other way around and everything is messed up. Okay? So how would you find QP now? We're going to find QP. I'll find QP here. QP, would you all agree with me? It would be minus 6b plus 6a. Venajan, because this is the midpoint, QX must be half of QP, right? QX is half of QP. Get it? Is that okay, everyone? So this thing can be replaced over there, okay? Cool. So QX, again, I'm working it out. It's half of this. So is it okay if I write 3A minus 3B? Is that okay, everyone? What do you guys think? Yeah, not 3B minus 3A. Who wrote that? Vinay, watch this. You see, it doesn't matter whether you write 3 plus 4 or 4 plus 3. At the end, it's the same thing. Would you agree? Yeah. Vanshika, just give me a second. Yeah. QP, you didn't get it? QP, we are going backwards. Q to O and O to P. So when you're going in the opposite direction, Q to O, this is minus 6B. Got it? Because you're going in the opposite direction. That's all. Opposite direction means negative sign. The signs will switch. Jagarav, it's a half of that. So you could either write minus 3b plus 3a. I just wrote 3a minus 3b. It's the same thing. Got it? Yeah? How many of you got so far? Vinay, that's what I said. No, it wouldn't be. We are finding QP, Vinay. We're going like this. minus 6b, opposite direction. And then we are going like this. And Adrian, we're dividing it by 2 because it's the midpoint. Midpoint is right at the middle. Okay? Right, cool. So now we have that. We already have QX. So OX, I'm coming back here. OX equals OQ, which is 6b there. So 6b plus QX, which we found out. That would be 3a minus 3b. Add the like terms. We're done. OX equals 3a plus 3b. Done. Aaron, we're not going to write b plus a. Okay, so how did you get 3a minus 3b? Okay, guys. Did you understand? Give me a second, guys. It will take a while to kick in, and once it kicks in, it should be all right. Did you understand how I got this statement here? Yeah, Vikshit, got it? Okay. And did you get me how I worked out QP? QP was going opposite direction of 6b, so that's why I have minus 6b, and I'm going in this direction of OP, which is 6a. Opposite direction. Oh, the O moments. Yeah, that's why it's negative. And when I say it's a half, I just write the half of it. Shouldn't, I don't know, Hershey. No, 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 no. Okay, so Aaron says, don't we need to write OX as A plus B? Right, is that your question, Aaron, in the simplest form? You're not dividing it by 3, are you? You see? It is like this. OX, that's the actual length of it. The actual length of OX is 3A plus 3B. You've worked it out. You don't want to simplify it. I'll show you why you shouldn't in another question. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, and you guys will understand uh, a lot more, hopefully. 4 more question, similar one. There is a bit of ratios involved. Oh, okay. OABC is a trapezium. OABC. You guys see the trapezium, don't you? OA is A, right there. AB is B. OC is 3B. D is a point. When I read such statement, I make some notes on the diagram. D is a point on OB such that OD is 2 is to 3. You see that? This is 2 is to 3. Can everyone see it? That point there, 2 is to 3. Okay. And then it says E is a point on BC such that BE is 1 is to 4. You did this in class. Very good. Sulakshana, yes, absolutely. So you see, this is in ratio format. Whenever you have ratio format, you can convert this ratio into fractions. How would you convert this 1 and this 4 into fractions, guys? How would you convert 1 and 4 out of? It's a total 5. So this is 1 by 5. This is 4 by 5. And what about this one? This is 2 by 2 and 3. So that should be 2 by 3 and, oh, I'm so sorry. 2 and 3, isn't it? So this is 2 by 5 and 3 by 5. Are you guys with me on that? Let it be there. Okay, let's see. Work out DE. We got to work out the orange line in this direction, D to E. Okay, that's what we need to do. What do you guys think? There are 2 ways to do it. I think we could go D to B and then find B to E. So I'm writing that down here. DE is equal to DB plus BE. You can go different ways. You could maybe go D to O, O to C, O to E. It's up to you. That's a bit longer. Would you all agree with this? Yeah, you can find different ways, not a problem. Yeah, did you understand my pathway, guys? Just say yes if you did. Yeah, yes, okay. Now, so once you have written that pathway, then you're looking, how can I work out dB? dB, right? I'm just going to write it separately here so it's very clear to you. dB, would you all agree that is 3 by 5th of OD, OB? 3 by 5th of OB. Would you all agree with that? And you don't need to write what OB is. It's already in your mind. So dB, could I write it as 3 by 5th of what is OB? A plus B. Is that okay? Anyone struggling there? O to B. It's O to A and A to B, but that's A plus B. Okay? Not 2 by 5, Aaron. The other way around, 3 by 5. Okay? Is everyone okay with this? Just say yes if you are okay with how I got this. Okay, fine. Now we got to find BE. Just tell me how would you find BE, guys? BE is 1 by 5th of BC, right? I would like to write it BC like that. 1 by 5th of BC. So BE is equal to 1 by 5th. And you can always work out BC in your head. BC is minus B minus A plus 3B. Raghav, Afaq, watch out. Minus B. Would you all agree with that? Yeah. Why is it minus? Because we are writing B to C. We're starting from B, going to A to O, O to C. Okay, can you type in then? What would be the value? So I'm writing minus B minus A plus 3B. Would you all agree if I write it as 1 by 5 plus 2B minus A? 2B minus A. Got it? This is your BE. We're done. So DB is there. BE is here. We put it together and we got DE. So DE equals DB is 3 by 5 A plus B plus BE is 1 by 5 2B minus A. Expand the bracket, bring it together. When you expand the bracket, 3A plus 3B over 5 plus 2B minus A over 5, having the same denominator already for us, we add them up. 3A minus A is 2A. 3B plus 2B is 5B over 5. And there we go. And there we go. Rishita, how did you get that minus? This is your DE. And this is in the simplest form. Do we need to simplify? You cannot simplify this. You could write it in a different format. You could write 1 by 5 times 2A plus 5B like this as well. It doesn't matter. So let me arrange this a little bit for you guys. There we go. Just making sure everything is in place. Yes, just double checking. How many of you guys understood this whole thing? Yeah, sort of. The more you do it, you gotta do three, four questioning, by yourself. Only then you will fully get it. All right. This is one of the toughest topic to teach as well. 8 out of 10. Okay. All right. Great. Any questions, guys? Before we move on to further fractions. So this is the first question we did with fractions involved. Step two, there are many steps here. This whole thing, one, this whole thing, two, three, four, five, and six. One. Okay. Vikshit, we just went D to B, right? Do you see that? D to B. It's over there, right there. So we found out dB as a multiple of the whole line, which is the 3 by 5th of OB. You see that? It was 3 by 5th of it. And we figured out OB as an addition of A and B. We went that way, around it. That's all. Mm, 3B isn't minus B. Where are you saying to me that, Benajan? This one? No, we went B to A to O, and then O to C. O to C is in that direction. Very clear there. Okay? Right. Cool. Mm, The 1 by 5th, Kevin, the 1 by 5th is the fraction. Remember, this is 1 is to 4. We have converted into fractional form. It says this length, if it is 20, then the whole length is going to be 100. It's the ratio format that is given. Okay, so one more question, and you guys are going to be okay. We will skip this one. Mm, FE. Yes, yes. Have a quick look at this one, guys. This is quite a simple one. You got to mark it on there. This is A. D to E is B. FC is A minus B. Express FE. That is super, not that bad. FE. You always want the pathway written first. FE equals FC plus CD plus DE. That's just 2 marks. Super easy. A minus B plus A plus B, which is 2A. FE. This is 2A. Okay? Is that clear, everyone? Kevin, I'm trying my best to get there. Yes. So that's an easy question. So these are this type of questions where you can have. I want to go through one specific question. We're coming to that. That's vector proof. We'll do one more of this. There we go. One more of vectors and ratio. Jagrav, just let me know. I'll go back to it. Guys, it's simply adding these numbers. If you know addition, multiplication, and subtraction and division, you should be all right. A bit of fractions. Vectors done. All right. So in triangle JKL, M is the midpoint. I like to write again MP right next to it, letting me know it's a midpoint of JK. JN to NL is 3:2. So this is 3 and this is 2, which just tells me JN is, what is JN, guys? 6B. Would you all agree with that? Jessica, yes, it's 3 by 5. So what that means is we're already given, you see, 2B, 4B is 2. So 1 unit of it. So here we have, this is 3 times, isn't it? So we're going to multiply that by 3. Get it? Ratio, guys. So sometimes you are given. If it wasn't given, of course, we would write it in a fractional form. So this is 3:2 fraction over there, okay? And it says KL is 7a. Work out JM. Where is JM? Oh, just over there. J to M. How would you go with the pathway? This is a longer pathway. JM equals JL plus LK plus KM. Okay? And JM equals 10B plus LK is going to be minus 7A plus KM is going to be what? We got to work it out separately. So we got to work out what is JK first, okay? So what is JK? JK, would you all agree this is 10B minus 7A? 10B is minus 7A. Dhriti, yes, absolutely. You could do that. Okay. So KM is, or you know what? Dhriti, thanks for letting me know. I didn't think about it that way. We could watch this, guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You see, JM, don't you think it's just simply half of JK? That's even better. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't look at that way. It's a half of JK. So JK, we just worked it out here. That is your JK. How did you work it out? You went all the way J to K. All of that is in your direction. So you added the bump, and that's your value. And then you went backwards, which is minus 7A. Add them up all together. You got JK. So JM is simply, you can just write it like this, 10B minus 7A, and you're done. This is just 3 marks. Lakshita, yeah. Yes. Cool. So far, how did I get 6B? So the calculation for 6B, I'll show you. You see, this is 2B here, and this is 2:3. So what would be when 4B, oops, sorry. Oh my God. Right there. So 4B is 2, which means B equals 1. 2B equals 1, isn't it? Yeah, if it was. And it says three units over there. 3 times. So we're just multiplying it by 3 and 3. This is 6B must equal to 3. Cool. So, Jagrav, again, I just look at this, Jagrav. We are going from J to K. Remember the directions. Always think about the direction you're going. You see over here, we're going like this, J to L. All of these vectors are in your direction, but then we are going from L to K to find J to K, right? We're finding JK. So when you go in the opposite direction of 7A, that is negative. Cool. Now, if you make a negative sign mistake, you will only lose 1 mark in exam. The error will be carried forward. Jacob, we don't need to expand it. We just leave it like this. If you want to, you can expand, but it's the same thing. You can put it like this. Okay? So now we're coming to some proving question. This is the low level proving questions where we got to prove something is parallel to each other. How many of you have done something like this, like proving it's parallel? By the way, how many of you guys are really understanding this topic? Okay, very good, very good. Just let me know. Um, let's go through this. DEF is a triangle. P is the midpoint of FD. Q is the midpoint of DE. FD is A, so I'm writing that. That's A. Fe is B. You need your arrows. Use a vector method to prove PQ is parallel to FE. So we don't have PQ right now, which means you got to do some construction. I'm going to join P to Q like this over there, P to Q. So how would you prove this? Simply put, you got to find out what is P to Q, and you need to find out what is FE. FE is already known to us. It's already B. Would you all agree, guys? FE is given to us right there. So what the question is indirectly asking you is to find what is PQ, because it's asking you to say PQ is parallel to FE. We already know what is FE. So how would you find PQ? Let's find a pathway for PQ. PQ could be worked out as PD to DQ. That okay? PD to DQ. If the whole length FD is A, what is PD, provided P is a midpoint? Gia? Absolutely. So PQ equals PD's half of A. So can I write A by 2 for now? Yeah, A by 2. And watch this. Do we know DE? DE is not given to you in the question, right? So I can find out DE separately. DE is minus A plus B. DE is Raghav. Again, look at it. It's not A minus B, it's minus. We're going from D to E, right? Okay, those are the silly mistakes you could make. Is everyone understanding this part? How I went through that? Yeah, we went. We got to find DE in order to find DQ. Okay, so what is DQ now? DQ is B minus A divided by 2. B minus A divided by 2. Put that there, which is B minus A divided by 2. And we have the same denominator. So when you add this, this will be B by 2. So here you can say that FE is B, PQ is B minus 2. So do you see PQ is a multiple of FB? It's the same letters that you have got for both, correct? And therefore, they are parallel. Did you get it, everyone? Really well done. So you need to prove they have this. It will be the same letters. Yes, we want to write down a written statement. So it is like this. So FE is, or PQ, I would write PQ. PQ is a multiple of FE. Therefore, PQ is parallel to FE. Is that okay for you guys? This is how you would prove parallel. Exactly, Kim. Yes. Now, here is a slight confusion. Sometimes, you know, it could be parallel or it could be collinear points on the same line. I'll show you such questions coming up, okay? Right. Mm, yes, you could, Gia. Yes. Okay, another question. This is a 5 mark one. 5 mark. We're slowly getting there. Firstly, I'll let you guys read the question. I'll be quiet for 30 seconds. Oh my God. Okay. Did you enjoy that silence? Because I've been listening to my voice for the last 2 hours. Sometimes I get sick of me talking maths to myself. So we have ABCY is a quadrilateral, everything. These are all just description of the whole thing, which is already marked for you. X is a point on AB such that, so I would mark, gonna draw. So this is my X. Okay, guys, so this is 1:2. Would you all agree with that? 1:2. It's asking you to prove CX, which is this line, is equal to 2/5 of CY. Okay, so how would you approach this question initially? How many of you would struggle in approaching where should I get started? How many of you have that problem? Like you have this issue of where should you get started? You think you know where to start. Now here is what it is. This is what's asked to prove, right? CX is 2/5 of CY. I would try finding CX and CY. Find it and something will happen then. That's it. Okay? Is that cool, everyone? Firstly, I will start finding CY. Let's start finding CY. How can I get from C to Y? Would you all agree it is okay for me to go C to B and B to Y? Is that okay? Easy, easy part. So without much calculation, is it okay for me to write 6B right there, plus 5A minus B, and that would be 5B plus 5A. If I can take 5 out, that will be A plus B or B plus A, doesn't really matter. Would you all agree? And I'm really happy about this. I already see, do you see? I already see that 5, and there's a 5 in the fraction there. I see that's 5. Okay, very important to notice it. Okay, this is my CY. I figured it out. I can move that somewhere safe. I'll keep it there. Resize a bit, keep it there. So that's done now. Now we're going to work out what? We're going to work out CX. Let's find a pathway for CX. Firstly, starting from the direction, you're starting from C, ending up at X. Okay? How can I go there? CX is equal to C to A plus AX. Would you all agree with that? Well done, Dhruti. Okay. C to A with A to X. But problem is C to A is already known, but A to X I have no idea. But A to X could be found out. A to X is, what is A to X, guys? It is 1/3 of AB. Would you all agree? 1/3 of AB. So AX could be written as 1/3. A to B, can I write A to B as minus 3A plus 6B? Do anyone have any problem why this is minus 3A? We're going A to B. Sudiksha, can I do CB? CB. Yes, you can do, Sudiksha, no problem. No problem. You will get the same answer. I just went the other way around, that's all. How is it 3A? Because we're going in the opposite direction. A to C and then C to B, isn't it? To find AB, starting from A, this is AB, A to B. Got it? Everyone happy with that? That is the most common mistake in the history of vectors, getting the signs wrong. So if I just simplify this a little bit further, would you all agree this would be minus A plus 2B simplified? One third of it. One third of it. Okay. Replace back, and that's it. So we have CX equals CA, which is right there, which is 3A, plus AX, which we found out, minus A plus 2B. And there we are. This is 2A plus 2B, which is 2 times A plus B. There we go. We're done. Now, look at this, guys. We have, look at this, right there. I'm picking this up. CY, let me write that in orange. CY written as 5 times A plus B. And we also have CX written as 2 times A plus B. A plus B. And therefore, don't you think it's a multiple of 5 by 2? So you could write CX is equal to 2 by 5 CY. And you're done. You're not writing A and B cancels out. That's not the idea. We're just saying according to the ratio. You see this CX, if this is 2 and this is 5, that would be 2 by 5th, isn't it? Put it this way. If I'm right, CX equals 2 times K and CY equals 5K, right? If I make K the subject, I can bring that together. That's all, which you don't need to write. You just need to write it here, and there we go. We don't need to write concluding statement, Aaron. You just proved it here because there are multiples of 2 and 5 over there. You got that ratio in there. Oh, yes, you do. 3A and 3B. Absolutely. Where are we? Hmm. Uh, Sorry, I can't see 3A and 3B. Where is it? Oh my God, am I blind? Uh, maybe cancel. So AX on just a second. AX equals one underneath A. Uh, this one? Did you mean this one? Or is that the one about that? This one. So yeah, that one. We are finding AB, right? This whole thing is AB right there. So you're trying to find out AB, which is A to C and C to B. That's minus 3A plus 6B because you're for AC, you're going in the opposite direction. Did you get it, Jessica? All okay? Bree, you okay? How many of you understood this? Just say yes if you're with me on this. Only if you have this base, you will get the rest of it. All right, guys? More question, more question. Okay, this you guys should be all right. I'm skipping a couple of it. Oh, uh, just a second. So I want to take you to, but this is in a different app, guys. Bear with me. Yes. I want to take you to a past exam question. This is all of them. What we have done today is past exam question, but this is a similar question in here. Let's have a quick look on this. Yes, this can be in a non-calculator. This one is on a non-calculator paper. All right. Let's have a quick look at this. Triangle. Now, I want you guys to talk me through this question, okay? Well, let's see how we can manage it. A O OAB is a triangle, as you can see. OA is 2A, OB is 2B, and it says right there, P is the point on AB such that AP to PB is 5 is to 3. I'm gonna jump a few steps. Would it be all right to write 5 over 8, 3 over 8? Okay? Not half, not half. 5 is to 3. Savit, look at it. Not half, okay? And OP, there's no line OP. We got to join that up. O to P is something multiplied of 3a plus 5b, where k is a scalar quantity. We need to find the value of k. Where should we even get started? What do you guys think? This is what we need to find. We got to find OP is equal to k times 3a plus 5b. This is what we need to do. What do you think we should do? We just need to work out OP, right? We just need to work out OP. Once we work out OP, we will get to know what the value of K is. Okay, so how would you go to OP? What is a pathway you will go for? How about O to P equals O to A plus A to P? Simple, right? But in order to find AP, do you see that AP right there? AP is what? 5 by 8 of AB. Would you all agree with that? Right? I'm showing you some advanced stuff. Watch this so that all of that equation you can write it in one step. Watch me, please. OP equals O to A. Everyone, it's right there, which is 2A plus AP, which is 5 by 8. So I write 5 by 8. Off means a bracket or multiplication of what? AB. Would you all agree? AB is minus 2A plus 2B. So could I write minus 2A plus 2B right there? Jacob, you can find AB separately, but I have just found out in one step. That's your AB right there. Got it? OB is the same thing. OA. No, no, no. They're all different, Srihari. They are different stuff. Okay. Now, all we need to do is simplify this. This is your algebra. Simplifying algebra, which is 2a plus minus 10a, 10a over 8 plus 10a over 8 and 10b over 8. Okay, we gotta simplify this. How about I make a common denominator? This is by 1. I multiply by 8 here, multiply by 8 over there. So I have a common denominator. So OP is 16a minus 10a plus 10b all over 8. So OP can be simplified as 6a plus 10b divided by 8, which I can simplify by 2 as well, which is 3a plus 5b divided by 4. And if I take that out, can I write the same thing as OP equals 1 by 4 times 3a plus 3b, everyone? Therefore, this is K. And that was a 4-mark question. Matthew, yes, but more than the masterclass, this this lesson is important. Isn't Sarthak, here is the thing. Be flexible. You can go the other way around. You could go this way and that way. It's up to you. The only thing is you need the right answer. So isn't it 3? Oh, sorry, guys. Right there. 3a plus 5b. And it's 1 by 4. Yes, this again. Here is the thing, guys. Don't be so. There's no set. Are you listening? There's no set topic for non-calculator and calculator. There's nothing as such. Anything can come up in any paper. In the non-calculator, you will not have trigonometry with angle 37. Do you get me? Sine 37 is not going to be there. But except that, anything can be. I didn't touch a calculator in this calculation at all. So unless they ask you the question about a decimal point or a significant figure, it can be in any paper. Okay? You cannot predict which one is in which. The last step, absolutely. You see, this is step number one, two, and three. Where are you stuck? In the last three steps. Two and three. Okay. Uh, where are we? So here I made a common denominator. I added that. I added this up. That's how I got 6a. And this one is just, you see 6, 10, and 8? They're all multiples of 2. So I simplified it with a 2. That's how I'm getting 3, 5, and 4. You can do that. Okay. So you just factorized it with a 2. That's all I did. And here, the last step, you see this is OP. I just took that 4 out, factorized it with a 4. So it's a 1 by 4 out, which means in order to match 3a plus 5b, which is inside the bracket, I can see there's a 3a plus 5b divided by 4. It's like, area of a triangle, you can write half base times height or base times height divided by 2. Both are the same thing. Make sense? That's exactly what I've done over there. So, how are you finding this topic now? Up until this point, guys, is it comfortable? Is it a bit more okay? Yeah? Okay. Now we have only one more part to go through, which is the vector proof, which is slightly longer and the harder version. So I would recommend you guys. Yes, Aaron, we have super hard, but we won't finish. That's the problem. So we will have vector method. Where is it? I'll show you where they are. Some of these kind of questions. Vector method to solve questions. All right, I'll show you guys. We will go through that next week. We will have one more vector lesson. So these are all questions we will go through, but I will be uploading the easiest version of it, this one, and these kind of questions which we did. And those are your homework. Try those questions, level 1 and 2. Level 3 question, we will finish it next week. Any questions for now? Uh, oh, Hrishi, I know. It was the shape, isn't it? Yes, I will make a video solution for it and send it over. It's pretty easy. It's straightforward. I'll show you in the next lesson. I'll make sure. Adit, yes, when you log in, when you find a recording of this inside the live lesson recordings, at the bottom you will find vectors. Not right now. The recording needs to appear first, so it will be there by morning tomorrow. Aisha, yes, we do have past paper run through. Just after vectors, a few couple more topics, and we will be having March and April and mid of May, 2.5 months. We will be just going through past exam questions after past exam questions, random topics mixed together. Cool. Any other questions for me, guys? Yeah, I will upload the notes. Anyway, these are the notes for your homework as well. I will upload the notes as well. So, Jacob, these are the vector questions. These are the form of questions we just did. I'll show you what we did. We did this, that, and that. That's what we did so far. I've done construction. I don't think there are few in there. Uh, but I'll show you how it's done. I don't think construction is there. Yes, we're doing proof of it. I think we can only go through 3 questions. It's a long content one. Bree, you gotta log in. Once you log in, you will find it in there. It will be year 11 maths. You will find it inside your dashboard. And not the masterclass, another one. Masterclass is preset recording of it. Um, okay, sure. Yes, Matthew, that should be good. But We gotta go through these as well. Okay. Rishi, I believe it is. I'll check and find out for you about the waves. Algebraic proof. Yes, Russell, I think we did it last week. And is it the questions you meant? I'll check and let you know. I'll put it there.